What's up? What's up, TJ? What's up, Fierce Pokeballs? Literally just messaging TJ, and then I come sit down at my PC with my coffee that I was making. And the first message I see in chat is, "Hi, dweeb." Bruh. Give a nickname. No. I'm just quickly finishing off doing my lunchtime stuff in Pokemon Sleep because it is 3 minutes to 6, and at 6 PM it crosses over to dinner time. I need more space for food, I tell you. I'm sick of deleting food items. How has everyone's day been? Mine has been long, but it's Friday. I'm happy to have a weekend. Plus there's... Other than Sunday's go makeup raid day thing, there's nothing really major on this weekend. So it's going to be nice. Still debating whether or not I stream that or not. Just because it goes throughout the whole day, and unless I'm just doing Mewtwo, I feel like it's going to be... I'm just going to have to pick a 3-hour window and just do those raids and just be happy with those ones. So I don't know, but whether or not I'm live on Sunday, I will actually be live tomorrow, and I plan on getting the rest of those Scarlet Violet Outbreak encounters. I know I said that on Monday and only ended up with 2 of them, but I at least want to get the Basculin and the Lapras. At least. I've heard of a good way to get that Basculin as well. If you can roll the Outbreak to be in Mossfell Confluence, then the water that they spawn in, the Basculin can't sink down. So it's a lot easier to spot them, whether or not they're shiny. You need a life? I am your life. I'm the only life you will need. God, that almost sounds like I'm starting a religion. Sell those. Confusing going live with having a life. The Cult of Dan. I like the sound of that. At least I won't have you guys drink the Kool-Aid. Tom Cruise likes cults. I wonder if we could recruit him. It'd be a good marketing tool for my stream. Just plug my Twitch channel and his movies and stuff. They make lots of money. What flavour is the Kool-Aid? Mystery sauce. That could be as mild or as crazy as you want it to be. Yeah, what's that American colour that is banned in every other civilized country? It's like Red 16 or something like that. Because it gives cancer or something crazy. Be right back. Oh, good. Red 40, there we go. No, I don't want to trash those food items. I'll get rid of the bean sausage. Also, Fierce Pokeballs. Profi also, I believe, probably in a few minutes, it will say that she has a 61 stream streak. Which is equally as crazy to me as yours, but yeah, it's crazy. Oops. Just grab those. I haven't found a shiny today. So a shiny Charmander would be pretty lit. Then again, I've done like practically no Pokemon Go at all. Like work was like intense. Just mirror trade with a friend, shiny Mewtwo, and it was decent. Hey, nice. Pretty sure the stats translate over to Pokemon Home. The difference is, I think speed is randomized. So even if it was a hundo, you'd get you'd still have a chance to have terrible speed stat. Right, is that them all done? Looks to be. Yes. Alright. Hey, joined the Hundo Club. This is why they tell you you're only supposed to have one. It's to punish you all. They put all the good stuff on the alts. Oh no. Have you guys seen the what I'm assuming is overinflated, sensationalized information around Scopely potentially removing Pokecoins from gyms? See, now, I don't actually think that that's what... Yeah, okay, you've confirmed that directly? Okay. It's because the way the questions in the survey are worded, it looks like they're finding ways of removing benefits from gyms. But as someone who's done, made surveys for companies, tested it against people's engagement, getting people to engage in things, I think the wording doesn't actually mean that they want to get rid of coins. I think what they're focusing on is the gym system itself. Does the gym system work fine the way it is? Could things be changed? Is this worth it? Is it? And yes, any PR is good PR. So, I mean, Pokemon, specifically Pokemon Go fans, are angry about everything anyways. So, yeah. So, I think that was more aimed to find out what people like, dislike about gyms. Are the coins worth it? Do you think you should get coins from gyms? All of that stuff, trying to work out how to make that system better. The current gym system isn't even the original gym system that we had, so there's no reason they can't change it again. As a boomer, I don't like change and trying new things, but yeah, it didn't read necessarily that they were wanting to remove Pokecoins from gym rewards. I think they maybe want to find new ways of utilizing gyms, and I still think other ways to earn Pokecoins as well as gyms is a positive. We had it over COVID, like daily tasks that you could do, and it was fine. You didn't have to complete them all, but you could. Yeah, I'm the same. Or unless I'm just sitting there and I'm bored and I've got literally nothing to do and I'm like, let's just battle this gym. But yeah, I stick Pokemon in gyms that just have space. Like I've done all the middle tasks that involve me battling gyms and burying gyms and all of that stuff. So fire away, Profi. But I am glad that you have inquired about that. So now we have a definite that that's not. Them removing coins from the gyms was actually not what they were. Gyms. The reason I'm saying gyms is because an advert for most of us is easy. As someone who spends a lot of time on the internet, I worry that those ads will not always be appropriate for Pokemon Go's entire audience. And selling adverts becomes a slippery slope, and I know it is Scopely, but they've got ads in all their other games. I don't think we need that in Go, unless it's like, that little sponsored balloon that comes in sometimes. You click on it, you wait a few seconds, and then you get a few items. Do you want to give a nickname? No. Yeah, in Go it would be easier, but it's like what we've been talking about. We don't engage with gyms outside of raids. So you remove the coin aspect altogether, I'm probably never clicking on a gym. Like ever, because what's the point? Unless we got something else out of it. Even candies wouldn't be worth it. Yeah, I mean, if you're an Android user, every week for the Google Play Store, you get a little reward thing, you click on it, and it will give you a random, depending on your rank, it'll give you a random number of points between, I think, like 5 and 500. I think if you're platinum like me. Whoa, my whale. And that can be used towards buying, like, in-game currency and stuff. Like, I use it for Pokemon Go. So something like that, like a reward thing, I just worry that unless they're really specific ads, I don't think that's a good idea. Oh, because what if you're a kid and you're using your parents' phone? Are the ads synced to Google Ads? Like, are these kids going to get, I don't know. God, I sent it to a friend. I get some wild, like, not Temu, but it may as well be like Wish.com ads sometimes, and I'm like, what is this? And I was like, I'll share them and send them to people. I'll be like, what is going on? Like, can you imagine like wild stuff coming up and your kids playing Pokemon Go on your phone because it's synced to your Google ads? Like, I don't think the Pokemon company want that, to be honest. Is the rating of the app age-wise determines the ad content you can get. Wait, you're halfway through Platinum? I don't think there's a rank higher than Platinum here. I've been Platinum for like the last 5 years. Yeah, I'm Platinum till the end of next year. There's no higher rank. Actually, should we do my Friday one? What was that, 18? That's terrible. My phone screen's very fingerprinty, isn't it? That's gross. Oh, you Americans are cooler than us, I see. Oh. Profi, why did you let them become a sovereign nation? You should have remained. America should have remained in the colony, and we wouldn't be having these diamond rank Google Play members. No, it's because I bought like, pretty much all the Go passes. In fact, actually, no, all of the Go passes so far I've bought the deluxe version of, which is why. Yo, what's up, Josh? Actually, yeah. I buy my one of those through the web store too. Huh. Yeah, I buy the expensive deluxe one that comes with incubators. This is why I don't have an accountant, because I don't want to get told off. Honestly, the web store is the way to go. I'm bad though if I get coins, like if I desperately need remote raid passes or something, I'll get coins in app, and I know it's a waste of money because you can get way more on the web store. I just don't think about it at the time. That's the one area I'm just like, oh, I need to sort it out. It doesn't happen too often though. Yeah, you have 3 winner raid tasks. Oh, true. I've got 3 as well, and oh no, I don't want to open Go because I'll have to do a rocket balloon. It's alright. I haven't found a shiny today, so I might run my my coin bag after stream and go for a walk, and hopefully go past a Pikachu raid. I think so. Unless there's going to be more raids soon, it's probably better to wait for a Pikachu, if I'm honest, because I know that you're hunting it. Ooh. I think if they implement ads into Pokemon Go, they should just be blanket all age ads. Have they said anything about home support for Fire Red Leaf Green? Not to my knowledge. So no. I think we will get it. But I do think it'll be a little bit down the track. I've sort of talked about this before, but we're starting in this, I guess, season for Rayquaza, right? Pokemon Go's got the Rayquaza event this weekend. Next week we've got the Pocket set. I can't remember if the English set of TCG with featuring Mega Rayquazas come out or not, but I know that there's a set coming out later in the year. There's just a lot in the next couple of months. Actually, the next 3 months, essentially, for Rayquaza, and a part of me thinks that by the end of that, we might actually have Emerald release. Now, I'm thinking if they release Emerald, they'll release Ruby Sapphire first, because you want to make that money, right? So I think they'll announce Ruby and Sapphire coming, and then drop the Fire Red Leaf Green home support, which will get people to buy Fire Red Leaf Green ahead of, the rest of the Gen 3 games. So I think that's sort of how they'll approach that. Nah, go for the Grimer. Not only could it be shiny, it can have a background. If you're choosing out of those two, the 3-star Shadow Raid, I don't think should be even an option at that point. Yeah, I mean, it might be Graveler, but Profi could also do Graveler later. And there's a very good chance that this Party Hat Grimer will never return with the same background. Hey, double nature. Actually, speaking of all this Rayquaza stuff, have you guys seen the trailer for the upcoming TCG Pocket? set. That's fair. I don't blame you. I really like it because it scratches a consistency, a routine itch in my brain that I have. Because when I wake up in the morning, I check the encounters and go. I complete my free daily research if I can. If it's the walk a kilometre, then I just have to wait. I do my buddy, my rocket balloon. I send gifts. I get my free gift out of the shop. Do all that stuff. Then I open a pack and pocket. Then I do my morning stuff and sleep, and then I go to work. And then in the evening, it's sort of the opposite. I'll play a bit of Go, I'll sit there, and then I'll do my evening stuff in pocket. I like doing the single player battles a lot. Try to complete all the challenges and make life harder on myself by not using optimized decks. And then, yeah, finish off the night with Pokemon Sleep. But I wish I could still stay up to midnight. There's a lot of times where I just can't anymore. I'll be sitting there and I'll be like, it'll be like 11 p.m. I want to keep playing. And then I'll wake up and my phone will be on my face. Like, yes, I'm claiming the Charmander. I mean, I'm pretty sure you've seen me getting up at like 1 a.m. or 3 a.m. depending on time zone. For like the Pokemon Presents. Oh, my sweet summer child. Those 30s are gonna hit you like a truck. I remember when I could do that. Pokemon games would come out, go to the midnight launch at EB Games. I'd go home and we'd sit there, me and my mates, would sit there and would play the entire game until we beat it and not sleep. Man, I tell you, I cannot do that now. Wait till you get to 40. Oh. I'm already in a waiting list to get my Zimmer frame. Sign me up for a retirement village at that point. You get too zoned into whatever games you play. Oh, does that keep you awake? I personally don't partake, but that's just because it gives me migraines. But most people I know tend to get a lot more rested. Like that's their sort of routine before bed. Hey, what's up, JM Farani? I'm good, I'm good. How are you? That's sad. I've just finished my coffee. I'm one of those people that'll finish a coffee and then 5 minutes later I'll go to take my last sip and realize I've already had it. True. I will play Power World eventually, one day. I just love seeing the clips of people playing it. I'm like, hey, that one specific piece on that one POW looks like it was like ripped straight off a Pokemon, and I'm like, I would have so much fun playing this and laughing at it. Not in a mean way, but like. Like there was one I saw. It looked loosely like it didn't look like Clodsire, right? But that sort of same shape of POW, but it had. There's no mistaking. It's the little top fin of Sobble's head on top of this thing's head. I was like, it's exactly the same shape, the same color, the same everything. I'm like. Oh, sit it down, Palm Beach Pete. No, not too much. We talked about Pokemon. We're now onto Power World. In between, we were talking about BS Pokeball's botany that he enjoys, and it keeps him up at night when there's other plants growing around his chrysanthemums. And what else did we talk about? Being old. Yeah, no, not much. Oh, Prof is also probably currently walking towards a Grimer raid so that she can complete 3 winner raid tasks. Hopefully she gets a shiny background costumed Grimer. And there's a shiny Pikachu in there too. Aww. Aww. No, I can't talk. I'm 34. Ooh, I can't say I'm early 30s anymore. That's mid 30s. Oh. Oh. What do you mean, TJ? Aren't you like 30? 31, maybe? Nah, are you even 30? Oh, you are 30. TJ is a lady, sir. Nah, but she's also a scammer, so you can be mean to her, it's fine. Her and the other staff at EB Games used to hide stuff out the back because they knew that they could extort money from my wallet if they had cooler stuff. Yes, I'm claiming this. You got a hundo Tepig this week. Nice. Yo. Oh, you're talking about. I didn't even see your message, Rockfan. I was like, what are you talking about? And then I just looked up. All I saw was Fierce Pokeball's message about TJ in her 40s, and then. You know, I think. You must have been. Were you 26, 27 when I turned 30? So that sounds about right. So you must be about 30 now if I'm 34. Oh. I hate that. I'm gonna start wearing my hat sideways like I did when I was 14, so I can be cool with it. I can be hip with the cool kids. 6-7. Yeah, I miss EB games too. Oh, Rockfan, have you got, did you get a Solgaleo today? I've been pretty much off my phone all day, so I've not been keeping up with what raids people are doing or anything. You haven't? Ugh. Outside of my streaming Pokemon Violet tomorrow, when I'm out and about, if I see any Solgaleo, I will send you some RSVPs. So hopefully you can at least get into a couple for free. Without having to leave the house and go on adventures. You want some too? Oh, good. Yeah, the plan is to go live earlier tomorrow, probably around the same time I went live for GoFest. And because when I wake up, I want to do some resets of the outbreak till I get a Basculin in Mossvale Confluence. Oh, nice. I've asked this question before, and I'm going to keep asking it. Is the band's name Devil's Kin, as in they are friends of the devil, or is it Devil Skin, as in the flesh of the devil? Because as one word, it could be either. Ah. It could also be Devil instead of devil. So it could be like Cruella. Cruella Devil. It could be Devil's Kin or Devil Skin. Which would be the Dalmatians she was selling, because I'm pretty sure that's what she wanted them for. Their fur. Is that Deathcore? I'm the wrong person to ask. Here we go. There are more musically minded people than me in the chat. I have listened to their music, but their genre of music is not normally the genre that is just my background music. Yes, I'm claiming it. But yeah, they're cool. I just assumed it was metal. What are they categorized as on Spotify? Spotify has some crazy like genres now. It's like urban pop funk and stuff. I'm like, what is this? Why? Like this is these things are getting categorized down to like a single song. Like, yeah, I can't remember if it's death metal or black metal. It was one of the two, which is essentially only growls and screams and mumble rap. It's pretty much the only two genres I won't listen to. Because I like to actually hear music and hear what people are saying. Or I like people to say things and hear the instruments and stuff. They get overstimulating in my head, which is why I don't. Yeah. Masters of immersive music. See, that just sounds like something ChatGPT wrote. Yo, Spotify are using AI? Frauds. You got a bunch of Gengar hats around you. I mean, they're worth doing if you want the a chance at a shiny with the background. Because these backgrounds are only going to be around for a few more days, and there's no guarantee they're ever going to come back with these Pokemon, like these specific Pokemon. So, oh, I've heard Ramstein is like insane live. Oh, good. The AI music I've listened to that is like, oh, this is, this is meant to be like a banger beat. I'll listen to it and I'll be like, yep. It's pleasing everything in my brain, but something is wrong with it. And I just can't pinpoint what it is. It's the reason I don't like mumble rap, because the beats are always crazy, but then they open their mouths and they don't say anything. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. I was like, something's not right here. It's the exact same thing I feel with AI music. Because it's generated to like tickle that part of your brain that you're meant to like. Like on paper, you should like this. And the brain does like it, but I'm like, something doesn't feel right here. Did you see that OpenAI, made or was testing some new AI model or whatever it was, and it managed to break free of its sandbox, connect to the internet, and hack a company to fulfill the task it was asked to do? Which was obviously not all of that stuff, but you know what I think? That sounds like a marketing ploy. Because while I think the AI probably did that, I don't think it's entirely all its... how it's been presented feels disingenuous. Because it plays on everyone's... Like, even the name AI is not correct. It's not intelligent. Like, all the headlines, it just reads like it's playing intentionally to get engagement. People are like, oh, look, it's Terminator. It's a prediction engine. Like, that's what it is. It's not even an LLM is an inaccurate term for it as well. It's technically not a language model because it doesn't understand language. It's a maths machine that uses probability to give you an answer. No. AI is crazy. What a time to be alive. Best performance you've seen live so far. Hey, nice. Disturbed. Avenged Sevenfold. Oh, you saw Ozzy. Papa Roach. What's 5FDP? Oh, wait. Five Finger Death Punch. Right. Metallica. Oh, Metallica. They come to New Zealand so often, and I've just never gone. Iron Maiden. Aerosmith. Man. I guess living in America, you just like where a lot of these bands are from, and even when they're not, it's just a big market. I guess you guys are pretty lucky that you get a lot of these. I think I've heard of the Steve Miller Band, but I can't recall any of their music. Santana, the guitarist. Oh, I grew up listening to Santana. Banger music. Yeah. Like, it's legitimately cheaper for us sometimes to go to Australia for a band than it is to go to the other side of their country. Does the Joker. Oh, the Joaquin Phoenix movie. I'll look it up, but that'll be for after the stream because I don't want to get copyright. Centerfold. Steve! Oh. It's not by the Steve Miller Band. Centerfold was actually performed by... Actually, you know what? I can show you. Was actually performed by the J. Gales Band. Huh. Hey, no critiques from me. What I'll do is I'll keep that there. Because obviously, because you mentioned it, you must like the song. So maybe it's a good song. And maybe I'll just leave that tab open because that gives me the Steve Miller Band and it gives me Centerfold. And then I'll remember. I haven't seen the second Joker movie though. So if the music's if the music you're talking about specifically from that Joker movie, I haven't seen it. How old do you think I am? Excuse me, I was born in the 90s. Thank you. You're not talking about that guy called the Joker who's like a juggalo but not a juggalo? I know you're not talking about that. He just popped into my head for some reason. I was like, that's a really niche reference. Let's see if anyone understands it. gambling and tokes and stuff. Do I look like someone who would gamble? It's not gambling, because I count cards, and if I were to play blackjack, I'd be the dealer. That's why I'm a shiny hunter. I like things when odds are in my favor. Oh, yeah, I know that song. Is that by the Steve Miller Band? I don't know why. I thought maybe I'm just misremembering something from my childhood. So I haven't heard that song since I was like little. I thought that that song was by Fatboy Slim, who I think did like techno music from like the 90s. I vaguely remember that name. That's crazy. That is a music name that I have not thought of since I was a young whippersnapper. I have heard of Skillet, indeed. Are they like a Christian rock group? But they don't sound like they're... Ah, there we go. Yeah. You're claiming the fire Pokemon Charmander, yes. I guess we were asking each other the same question. Oh, double nature again. I think there's only like 3 or 4 songs of theirs that I know. But the songs of theirs that I know I like. Yeah, funnily enough, I know a lot of people that used to love Skillet, and then they found out they were like a Christian rock band, and then they stopped listening to them. I'm like, why? You obviously like the music. Like, who cares? I also, unironically, like the song Kim by Eminem. Doesn't mean that I plan on committing egregious crimes against a spouse. Like, it's art. You can like Christian metal and not be Christian. Like, you mean Stan? No, Kim's way worse. Calling the song Kim a song is a stretch. Haven't heard Kim. Let's crack open to Spotify. I would probably get banned playing it on stream, not even copyright, but let's... Fuck, is Spotify not opening? Oh, there we go. M. Copy link to song, and I will whisper it to you. Where the hell's my whisper thingy? There we go. Sure, you can have my cookies with it. Normally I delete cookies off links, but I just don't care. Yes, I did know that Creed was. What's POD? I feel like I've heard of them. Oh, yeah, my desktop audio's off. I don't want to get copyright. Oh, okay, right. I know that song. Yeah, righto. I know who you're talking about now. Yeah, writing Youth of the Nation, my brain didn't click. I googled it, now I know what it is. No, I don't know if Disturbed is necessarily... Well, I don't think their music is. I'm sure that the individual band members probably actually are separate from their music, but... Now, I haven't heard from Profi in a bit. I know she was running a coin bag, but I assume she would have messaged if she got a shiny. Especially if it was a Pikachu. Or if someone's kidnapped her, I hope they at least let her check to see if her Pikachu was shiny first. Okay. Remove the L at the end of your typo. That's what I read. I was like, what is that? And then I realised you mean baby metal. Baby metal would go so hard. I was like, baby meat. I was like, that's crazy. I was like, that's like Cannibal Corpse or something. Like, what the hell are you listening to? Like some band with like some like crazy name. No. Alright, the bottom one's a bit ahead. There we go. Oh, I love me some baby metal. What are the coin bags? Coin bags. Do a quick wee googly woogly. Coin bag, Pokemon Go. Here we go. Let's bring that up. Let's reset that, and then we'll go full screen again. Yeah, the Gimmighoul ones. So you send postcards from Pokemon Go to your Scarlet or Violet copy on the Switch, and you'll get a coin bag. For 30 minutes, you'll get a Gimmighoul encounter. One every minute if you're moving, one every 5 minutes if you're stationary. Currently, they can have the 10th anniversary background, and both the costume one with the background and the regular one without the background can be shiny. There's also the only possible way to get a shiny roaming form Gimmighoul in any game. Even the main games, you can only get the chest form of Gimmighoul, not the roaming form. if you would like more information on exactly how to do that process, hey look, it's my YouTube channel. Somewhere around here. Where's my coin bag video? Aha! Now let's just go to the video. I want to share it. Cool, yeah, I don't want healthy eating, thank you. There you go. Right, let's go back to that. Actually, let's go back to Twitch and I'll just turn this off. Yeah, so I do a side-by-side Pokemon Go and Scarlet Violet at the same time and talk through every step. If you do it 5 days in a row, you will... Or, sorry, no, if you just do it 5 days, 5 different days, they don't have to be in a row. On the 5th day, you will receive a golden lure. So that's how players have been able to get golden lures before this event. It is also not like Meltan. The mystery box is every 3 days. The coin bag you can do every single day. The other caveat is I recorded that video last year. So I say things like ahead of the event in July. Or like I give a specific date in July and that's got no correlation to the current events that are going on. But other than that, it still works the same. I hate that I drank all my coffee. You know, we have all of this science in the world. There's apparently some rich guy that's cloned himself as an embryo so that this embryo can be grown to farm, like he can take the organs from it or some Hollywood movie script. Yet, I don't have a constantly refilling coffee cup. Money is going to the wrong places, guys. Until I get infinite coffee, we have not made it as a society. Is it still 999 coins? It is indeed. The plus side, you can hold, I guess, up to 9,999 coins. Because I'm currently over 2,500 coins just sitting in Pokemon Go, and I've evolved at least one Gimmighoul. I know I've done a shiny one. I don't know if I've done a regular one or not, but... So there's heaps of coins. No, you shouldn't. I believe the... Okay, that's the... Don't get any more, TJ. I'm sorry, you're not getting it. You're not getting the Golden Go, just keep it at 666. Fierce Pokeballs, I am pretty sure that the Gimmighoul coins either take up 1 slot or 0 slots in your bag. They are a separate item. I don't think they take up bag space. I could be wrong, but I'm almost certain they don't. I think the coins are classed similarly to like the camera for the Go Snapshot and the scrapbook that holds all of your postcards. I don't think it exists like the incense or the star piece does. I mean, if you delete all your items except the coins, it'll give you the answer. That's one way you could do it. Oh wait, that's not the nickname screen. I do want Charmander, I do want it. Give it to me. I bet your Profi's still listening to the stream while she's doing her other stuff. And she'll just be shaking her head like, this guy is misinforming the world. You need more space specials in the web store? No nickname. Well, it's Murphy's Law, right? If you keep waiting for it, it's going to take ages for you to get it. But if you want that deal really soon, I bet you, if you buy a heap of space today, next week there'll be a deal for lots of space, and you'll be like, why did I waste my money? But if you don't do it, you won't get the deals next week. That's how it works. Hey, another double nature. You bought all the space specials during GoFest. I didn't. I don't think I did for some reason. I don't know why I didn't. Because there was specifically like a bundle in there that you could get a heap of, it was either Pokemon or item space, or it was probably both, to be honest. That had other items. I don't think I bought that, but I did buy like 500 space. Which after a couple of community days is not much. Yeah, when I get them, I like to round it up to 100. But this time my lot was, yeah, I was 11,450. No, I was 10,450 Pokemon space, and I went up to 11,000. The reason I was at 50 instead of 500 was it was from a level up Pokemon space. I don't remember which level, but it was one of them. Speaking of leveling up in Pokemon Go, I've still got to do like 50 wins in the GBL before I can hit 80. Can't be bothered. What do you mean, event Pokemon? Do you mean costume Pokemon? Because in my mind, when I hear event Pokemon, I think like mythicals. And I'm like, you can. But then I was like, oh, maybe you mean the Pokemon Go mythicals, because sometimes they don't let you put them into main games unless you already have them registered in the decks. It's like a whole thing. Oh, Pogo event Pokemon. I'm assuming you're still meaning the costume ones, though. Or are you actually meaning like the mythicals? Okay. I think that the chance of that happening is not 0, but close to it. If you think of all the different costumes, plus all the evolutions of those costumes, those are all having to be coded into Pokemon Home. And then coded into other games. I'm surprised we even have Hat Pikachus. Double female. Same nature? I think they're both attack boosting though. What does Brave Nature do? Yeah. Lowered speed, raised attack. Wait, that's not right. No, I'm thinking of the opposite. I'm thinking of Timid or Jolly, one of those two. Never mind. Both attack boosting, but... In fact, one thing I can see them fixing, though, we can get the World Cap Pikachu in Pokemon Home. That was a main game released cap. That was released in Pokemon Go. Yeah, it must have been Timid I was thinking about, which is lowered attack, raised speed. World Cap Pikachu is in the main games. It is coded, but you can't send your World Cap Pikachu to Pokemon Home. The same for the Partner Cap. Although, I don't want them to allow us to send Partner Cap through, because Partner Cap can be shiny in Pokemon Go, and it actually looks shiny, right? Oops. But my Partner Cap Pikachu shiny, that I have from Ultra Sun, is shiny, but doesn't look shiny, because it's that one that they accidentally removed the shiny lock on in one of their game updates and didn't put it back. But the Pokemon was never meant to be shiny. But if they allow the Pokemon Go one to transfer up, then that means that they're going to code that Pokemon to be able to be shiny, which means I'll still have my shiny, but it'll actually look shiny, it'll be less special, if that makes sense. I do think it's crazy they never patched that, because those Cat Pikachus are coded into Sword and Shield, and I bring my one into Sword and Shield, it still sparkles. Like when I bring it to battle and stuff. But it doesn't... The colour's the same. But I think if they do that, it'll only be the ones that are already coded into Pokemon Home. If it was Ilka that that were developing Pokemon Go, I think that would be more likely, because they do Home as well. But just because they're separate companies, I don't know that will ever happen. It is a lot of work. That's a lot of different Pokemon models that have to be coded into Home and future titles. Because I think Pokemon Go uses its own models now, but originally they used the 6th or 7th gen models. Or maybe they used both. Maybe they used 6th gen and then updated to 7th gen when that was available. But I think they have their own like 3D models of the Pokemon. They don't translate to the main games anymore. Like, you're not looking at a Seviper and like seeing the glisten on its each individual scale that it has. Translating an old Pikachu to a new Pikachu is easy, but it's the hat is the problem. You've got to change the model slightly, add the clothing, have the clothing move dynamically on the Pokemon. Like, it's a lot. And they've already delayed Wind and Waves. So long. But if they do it, I will. I'll give you $100. That's the wrong hand, but sure. I'm pretty sure my camera's mirrored, so that looks like my right hand. Hold on a second. My daughter's messaging me about my cat. Excuse me, TJ. I am finishing up a story quest in Genshin. So I've had to mute you so I can try understand and piece everything together. What the? Bruh. Rude? To be fair, that was sent an hour ago. I've only just checked my phone. Am I into RPG style games? Other than Pokemon? Yes. My problem with RPG style games is 9 times out of 10 I just don't have the time anymore to play them. For example, I would absolutely love to play Claire Obscure's Expedition 33. I'm probably never going to play that game. Oh, that's better. Whew. I apparently put my headset on and it was over the top of the little button thing on top of the cap, and it's starting to hurt now. No nickname. You highly recommend... Oh. So many people recommend the Digimon games to me. So many. I think it may even be... is it Cyber Sleuth? I've got to try to remember. I can't remember. But there was one that I just keep getting recommended to play. It's like, why won't you play this? I'm like, because I don't have time. They're like, you have time for Pokemon. I'm like, hardly. It is. Hey! Could you at least get a background on the Grimer? It was a Shadow Scyther. Nice. 3 more tasks to do later. Yo! Shiny Fidough. Dough. Oh. If I move this way, oh, you can see more. I can't angle it because my camera's attached to my ring light, and if I move that, I risk my ring light smashing my monitor. But I can do this. Hold on, I'll go to this side. And there's more stuff there. I've got cards and manga and Pokemon DVDs. Yeah, I'm a boomer. My 3DS is on that shelf. I've got a couple of graded cards. That's about where it was. The graded cards, to be fair, are all gifted to me, like birthday presents and stuff. But they're cool, so. Oh, I brought it up on another stream, and I know where it is. My Pikachu in the grey felt hat. I found it. I haven't lost it. Hey, that's all good, Pokemon. I believe it's in this pile. Aha! I'll bring it. Woo! Wait. I should look at the camera and then I can see. There we go. Delicious. That got sent in the mail to me. Funny story about that. The courier, when they dropped it off, I saw it said it was delivered. So I left work, went home, because I was like, ooh, it wasn't there. I was like, where is it? It wasn't at the back door, it wasn't at the front door, it wasn't in the letterbox. I was like, where is my package? I freaked. I was like, there's nothing in the letterbox that says they failed to deliver and I had to pick it up from the depot, or... So I went to the depot. Now, they told me it had been delivered, and I was like, well, it's not there. So they rung the courier driver. He's like, yeah, I dropped it off. And I'm like, where's my card? Turns out, he put it through an open window. And it was on the floor in my son's bedroom. That window was opened so my cat could get in and out, not for the courier to dump things in. Like, what are you doing? I was happy, crisis averted, but that is not okay. I would rather go pick it up from the depot. Like, what are you doing, man? Because he was there. He turned up back at my house when I got back there saying that he definitely delivered it. And I'm like, where? And he's like, I put it through that window. I was like, what? Never in my life have I ever had anything delivered via courier through a window. But yeah, that's my fun story. I just remembered, yeah, I have that card. I also have... So these cards, so the shiny Zorua above my head there from American Pokemon Center was sent to me by my friend, who you may have seen in chat, Apollo. He's real cool. I didn't realise this at the time, but he snuck a Charizard EX in there. Can you... yeah, focus it. That's focused enough. And it also has a shiny Cramorant, right? That's cool. I had the box that the Zorua came in sitting next to me for like a month and a half before I decided I'd throw it out, right? I pick up the box and there's this like little like rattle noise. I was like, what's that? I was like, maybe a spider's gotten in there and I've just knocked it over or whatever. I have a look and I was like, what is that? And I pull it out. The whole time, there were these cards sitting in there, and I didn't even know. He didn't even mention it after I said thanks and all of that for sending me the Zorua. It was just like... and I messaged him, I was like, did you send me these? He's like, yeah. I was like, I've only just noticed, and he was laughing at me. I almost threw them out. What else have I got in this pile? I don't look at these cards very often. I've got heaps of the EB Games exclusive cards, the ones that are stamped. I have the shiny Radiant Charizard. I have a Pokemon Worlds Pikachu. Pokemon Legends Arceus. 25th anniversary Shiny Mew. I've just got heaps of stuff in here. This is cool. I haven't looked at those cards in such a long time. I'm just like, ooh. That whole pile of cards that I brought over have all been given to me. Or like cards like this Japanese Charizard V that's fighting Venusaur. I really love the art. I know that the English version's worth more money, but I don't want to spend more money than I need to, and I'm probably never going to sell the card because I like the art. So ones like that I've just bought for myself, but most of that pile of cards is all like gifted to me. I haven't done proper card opening since... Yeah, probably would be Sun and Moon. Honestly. X and Y I was hard out, but... Yeah, it's probably Sun and Moon. Well, it's more like I'm a difficult person to buy for birthdays. And people know I like Pokemon, but even that's a hard thing to get for me, so the graded cards I showed you that were over, well, I didn't show you, but they were up on the shelf over there. They just knew I didn't have those cards and sourced them for me. But I'm a difficult person to buy for, which is why I'm sort of now, I'm just like, don't get me anything. I don't need anything. I don't want anything. I'm a dad. I want peace and quiet for my birthday. What do you want for Father's Day? Peace and serenity. Or the winning lotto ticket. I will be happy with either. Usually I get neither, but or like my daughter would like to do, well, because it's your special day, Dad, you must not want to cook. We wouldn't want you to cook on your special day, so we should have Macca's. I'm like, see what they're doing there? They're like twisting. They're not wrong, but you know, it's meant to be for me. I know what you're doing here. This is called gaslighting. Amazing shiny luck. I have too much of that. I don't understand it. Well, I don't mind a grubby Macca's, but like, hey, we must have really good, like, fat burning metabolisms, eh? Because shiny Charmander would be pretty good. Although, yes, McDonald's. Although Father's Day in New Zealand isn't till September. It is currently the end of July. I would prefer the Charmander before then. If I'm being honest. You know what I've never been given? I've never been given flowers. Where's the I don't care if it's delivered by a gentleman. Why can someone should gift me flowers? Just be like, I was thinking of you. These are beautiful. Here you go. I'll be like, oh, touch my heart. Hey. Those are adorable emotes, by the way. All the fat skinny men joined together. Yeah. It was funny. I was in the car with one of my really good friends. He's the one who helped me build my PC. And it was like this New York style pizza, which is probably nothing like New York pizzas, but it's like big. It's like 16 inches or something crazy. Yeah, I sat there and ate the whole pizza. And he's like, I hate people like you. I was like, what did I do? He's like, I just look at a pizza like that and get fat. I was like, Sal's? No, it was actually Domino's. Honestly, like, he did a lot of the work, but I was with him when he built my PC because I wanted to be there and sort of see the process. There's a few aspects of it that I think require experience of having done it a couple of times. But nowadays, you have a lot of resources there that can remove all the stressful parts of building a PC. Like there's websites where you can digitally build your PC, so you can go, oh, hey, I want this part and I want this part, but if they aren't compatible, then it won't let you do it. But it can show you alternatives to like GPUs or whatever. It'll tell you if these things will fit inside certain towers. Like, I think if you ever want to build one, I feel like the worst you could do if you gave it like a genuine shot would be going like ridiculous with the thermal paste. But honestly, for that, I would just say, find on YouTube the most niche video that has like 4 likes on it, but the guy in the video will like expertly and so eloquently just describe every single step of building a PC, and they'll do it real slow, and like they'll deserve more love on their YouTube. But it's one of those channels where it's like, how has no one seen this? But this is exactly what I need. Well, that's your first mistake, letting Windows update itself, because I think that they don't check their updates sometimes. Is that rain outside? I'm not going to look through my blinds. I'm just going to look at the app on my phone because, yep, that probably is rain. Wow. Guess I'm not going for a walk after stream. RIP. You had to build a PC over a Discord voice call. That sounds stressful. That sounds really stressful. Not particularly, but I do notice that it's currently 8 times catch experience, so I have been getting a lot, but no, I have not been. I have been grinding for shiny Solgaleo, which I did get yesterday. And I guess to a slight lesser extent, I've been grinding for the Pikachu, but I've done a lot less for Pikachu, I think, than what I, resource-wise, than what I put into Solgaleo. Is that when it starts? Tomorrow? Hey, quad fours. Four. Lots of fours. Let the bodies hit the four. Let the bodies hit the four. Nah, what's that baby version of that song? I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4. Yeah. 1, I can count to 1, 2, I can count to 2, 3, I can count to 3, 4. Banger. Honestly, it's on par with the original version. You were young and too eager to build it and ended up breaking the chip and having to buy another one. That is a rip. That is unfortunate. I mean, as much as it sucked, I guess you got the experience out of it. But it is things like that, which is precisely why I had help to build mine, because I am too much of a self-doubter with too many things, and if I start stressing myself out too much about it, I probably am going to stuff something up that could have been avoided by just not stressing myself out. Maybe. Although, it's hard to say because we haven't even had the silver Margina, let alone original color one, which is the Pokeball one. So, I don't know whether we would get them in Super Mega Raids before we even get one of them. It's hard to say. Is there, like, it's probably not one of those easy to tell things, but is there any visual difference between both of the Mega Marginas? Because I sort of think that would be a cool way to do it, is Super Mega Raids, and then when it's beaten, it's a random chance for which Margina you get. Because you can't get the shiny, and then they're not going to give us the shiny unless the shiny's released in the main games. So that could be one way of implementing it, or they just give us the silver Margina, and yes, maybe in Super Mega Raids, and we just have to wait a billion years for the special Pokeball one, like we did for that one we got as a gift in Pokemon Home. you can't upgrade to Windows 11. You only have 8 gigabytes of RAM. Do you need 16 as a minimum for 11? Honestly, I don't... Unless you can't use certain applications, I genuinely don't think it's worth updating from 10 to 11. 11 still has issues, whereas Windows 10's been out long enough that the issues have sort of resolved themselves. Also, probably about 80% of the issues I've heard with Windows 11 has been updating from 10 to 11. Not even, like, I haven't actually had any issues really with 11, but mine was a clean install, whereas I didn't update from 10 to 11, whereas a lot of people did and got issues that way. Did I see the background update? I did. Not confirmed, but I did see that there was stuff found in the data mines. The pictures I saw looked really cool. I'm like, actually, that's a banger. And seeming as I have a hundo background Willow's Pikachu, when I train that to be best buddies, it would be cool to have the special background showing. Did I get the Shaman ticket? No. That's because I have already completed it, but no. Oh, your motherboard's too old for that update. Oh, I see. Right. You'd have to buy a small piece to add onto your motherboard. Oh. I mean, it's probably cheaper than replacing the motherboard. It depends, I guess, on what you're wanting out of the upgrade. Mega Zero Aura for Alola Tour. Originally, I thought that Mega Zero Aura might have been for the finale event for GoFest, because traditionally they've done that. I think it was a couple of streams ago, Profi made a really good point, and she said that she doesn't think that there'll be a finale event purely because there doesn't appear to be anywhere in the schedule for it to fit, which is a good point. So if we have a finale event, and I think now that's a pretty big if, Mega Zero Aura is probably more likely to be in that, but if not, I think almost certainly it'll be for the Alola Tour. Also, if they want to give out a shiny mythical, the only one they can is Zero Aura for Gen 7. We don't have shiny Marshadow and we don't have shiny Magearna. But then again, we don't have Magearna at all, and there's 2 different forms. So, again, we could also have that. Yeah. But from a shiny perspective, the only shiny mythical they could give us is Zero Aura. I do think it might be too soon for that, but remains to be seen, I guess. I actually hope we get Ultra Necrozma for the Alola Tour. Hey, nice, you'll be able to have a shiny of each form. Are you not going to hunt... We are not getting shiny Marshadow for Alola Tour. I'll tell you right now, that is not going to happen. Unless we get shiny Marshadow in the main games between now and February. There has been no shiny Pokemon released in Pokemon Go that doesn't have a main game release. We got Meloetta right after Meloetta came out in the main games, but it was still after. There is indeed another form of Necrozma, but this one's a bit different. No, Diancie has come out. Diancie was released in Gen 6 for like 1 week, and it was an IRL event where you had to go in-store to collect the event. It wasn't a code. You had to physically go in-store, connect via infrared. It was either Wi-Fi or infrared, one or the other. But it was Japan specific for like a week, Shiny Diancie. So it had been released in the main games technically. Whereas Marshadow has never been available Shiny. No. Now, about Ultra Necrozma, in the main games, in Gen 7, there are things called Z Crystals, and they give you like a one-time ridiculously powered move. It's like crazy, right? Specifically, what is it? Is it called Ultra Necrosium Z? It's probably something like that. It's a special Z crystal you attach to either Dawn Wings or Duskmane Necrozma, and it changes Necrozma's form. I could probably show you what it looks like because it's not a spoiler. The game's been out for, I don't know, a decade-ish. Not close enough. Oh, actually, no, it's just under a decade. Necrosium Z, yeah. Ultra Necrozma. Necrozma. Oh, Usum is so good. Right, let's go back to. Is this good? Oh god, I'm opening Reddit on stream. That's dangerous. That's what it looks like. Oh, okay, Profi. Okay, I'll give you that. Yeah, Profi's right. Maltan was released. I need like nerd glasses. Oh, well, actually, Maltan is a Pokemon Go exclusive Pokemon, which is the only reason that happened. If I had glasses, I would have pushed them in and done like the like anime laugh. But yeah, yes. The mythical from Pokemon Go's ambiguous generation etc. is Maltan, Melmetal. But Profi is right. Okay, as a Sith, I was dealing with absolutes, and yeah, so that's Ultra Necrozma. Cool as hell. Honestly, one of the coolest ever boss battles in a Pokemon game. In fact, up until that point, it was the coolest. It was like mind-blowing encountering Ultra Necrozma. But yeah, seeming as I was a Sith dealing in absolutes and saying that no mythical. Profi did correct me. I was wrong. Beaten by Volo. That was crazy there. I spoiled myself knowing that he had Giratina in the end. I didn't realise he had 2 phases of Giratina. I was like, what? Nani? I was shooketh. My flabbers had been gasted. That was a great battle. I think that's good. I think the bad guy should break the rules in an epic way. And that was exactly that. He'd been misled by Satan himself. And not only do you have to battle his decent team, you have to battle Satan twice. And you don't get to heal in between any of that. If you want to do it, it's a 1-turn item. That was hard. I don't share the same sentiment with that. But that's because I haven't beaten it, so... If I go back and beat it, then I'll probably have a different opinion of it and like it. It's because I can't beat it at this point. I haven't worked out the strat that I'm like, eh. I don't like that one. It sucks. But I get why you would enjoy it. I enjoyed the battle against Karina to get the Lucaria Knight Z. Like with the Lucario I had to sort of work out, okay, I need to change these aspects up, and not just stats, but with attacks and... Oh my god, I forgot about that. I loved that. That was so good. But also, while we are glazing Ultra Necrozma and cool things in Pokemon games, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon are amongst... Ignore the internet's hatred of it. They hate it because Sun and Moon came first. If Sun and Moon never happened, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon would probably be the unanimous favourite Pokemon games for, like, everyone. They were really good. Yeah, the Ultras were way better, yeah. But the reason why I'm saying this is the post-game, I won't spoil it, but the post-game for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, it was good. It wasn't huge. It did what it needed to be. It did what it needed to, and it got it done well. And sometimes in Pokemon games, they miss a bit with those sorts of things. Nah, they hit the nail right on the head. And if you've been playing or consuming Pokemon since a child, that was just the... You're going to hate when you have to do it twice if you want a shiny of Poipo and a Ganadel. No nickname. I was like zoning for a second. I was trying to take in the information I was reading on screen, and my brain was just... Is this for the Pokemon or for the nickname? I don't want to push the wrong button. If you want to hunt type Null and have a type Null and Silvally shiny, I recommend doing that in the Ultra games. And I recommend filling up all your boxes and your party before you do it, so that you'll get Wick to move from, I think, Pony Island to Aether Paradise, and then when you reset for it later, they're like 10-second resets. Like, you go crazy fast. I think it's the fastest resets out of any soft reset in any game. Oh, catch you later, Pokemon. You are very welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it as always. Have a good rest of your day or night. You just need Null Shiny? Oh, sweet. Oh, it is fast. I didn't actually hunt it this way because I hunted both my two type nulls in Sun and Moon. But yeah, essentially, I believe it's post game. Wick is stationed on Pony Island near, like, right before the new areas that you unlock post game. And if you talk to her, she offers you she gives you type null. If your party is full and your boxes are full, so the type null has nowhere to go, because I think she just forces the Pokemon upon you. She doesn't give you a choice. If they're all full, she'll turn around and say, "Oh, I can't give this to you right now. Come meet me later." And she might say where she is. I don't remember. But she'll be in Aether Paradise. Then when you do the reset, the amount of dialogue that you have to go through is like, here, have this type null. And that's it. So you reset. If you're spamming A, you're going to connect to her straight away. There's like 1 or 2 text boxes. You have it, and you can check it. Like, it's so fast. The only downside is if it takes a little bit longer and you've got that rhythm going with the muscle memory and the resets, a fast reset is a dangerous reset because you're more likely to accidentally reset over the shiny. Fire your question away, Profi. Will Alola Tour be the best Go Tour? Kanto's a hard one to beat. I can't remember. Did I like Gen 6's one? I wanted Shiny Diancie. I think I enjoyed it. Oops. But I think that might be the problem. I don't remember it that well. It's just sort of melded into every other Pokemon Go event. They made us pay for a Shiny Boost. But then, see, I got a Shiny Boost for free at GoFest and didn't pay for it, so maybe I don't want to pay anymore. I will never go back to full odds in Pokemon Go. What am I saying? Kalos was good, but there was little Go content. Okay. Yeah, no, the first one, it's going to be the hardest. Gen 1's going to be the hardest to beat because it was the first one and it gave so much. Even the Masterwork research for Shiny Mew was like so good. It wasn't full of time gates on like every page. And it involved doing things and going out and exploring, and I think they can beat it. But whether or not they do will be... because they have to give us... there's a lot of content they could give us, granted, for Alola, but you don't want to give us too much content that it's overwhelming. And even if we don't get Shiny Zeraora, I honestly think that we're going to get Zeraora Super Mega Battles. Because why wouldn't they? They don't have to give us it shiny. You hope they bring Mew Masterwork research back you weren't playing at the time. Ooh, yeah. I think they will. Honestly, I'm surprised we got Shaman research and not Mew. I guess they have a plan on when they want to bring Mew back. I'm just thinking because of 10th anniversary. of Pokemon Go, that would have been an easy way to make money, especially if they prevent people like me that already have completed it from getting it again. But I mean, you're right, Minior, Ultra Necrozma, we're going to get Mudbray. Obviously, most of the Pokemon will be available shiny. Trying to think. Type Null. In fact, you know what? Type Null in the Masterwork research. And I think they spend... Well, Comfey will be in eggs, because they normally do that to regionals. What if they give us Masterwork research for Type Null, but they give it the storyline for the Masterwork research is about this weird Pokemon that these scientists created, like a Chimera Pokemon, based off something, and we need to work out what, like, things about the Pokemon and what the Pokemon is based on, because obviously you're going to have to evolve it till Silvally, which is man-made Arceus, right? What if that is what leads into little bits of story throughout next year, leading up until some point where we inevitably get Arceus? I think that would be an interesting way to introduce that to the game, by introducing Type Null and Silvally first, but like dropping those hints. Maybe every new season there's like a shadow or a light or something that looks like it could be connected to Arceus. Hell, the Wild Area event next year could be, you know, like Dawn of the Gods or something crazy, and we all battle Arceus as a part of the Wild Area event, and there's mighty Pokemon everywhere, and, you know, you have a chance to get mighty Mesprit as Alphanuxie in the wild, or like crazy stuff like that. My brain goes crazy places. I also want Pyukumuku. I keep forgetting if it's in the game or not, and I don't think it is. I want shiny Pyukumuku. He's a silly little guy. It's a possibility. Super Mega Raids for Alligator, Meganium, and what's the other one? Emboar. If not the Mega Starters, I'm just thinking about it. One of the Z Megas. Is probably... like Lucario Z, or what's the other one? Garchomp Z, and... I can't remember the other ones. That would be really cool. True. Now that we have battle form change forms, I just know that. Actually, you know what, Profi? You mentioned Minior could be a GBL prize. Wishy Washy will be a GBL prize. Because its form is specifically battle only. And that has made me sad. It might not be during the Alola Tour, but after the Alola Tour, it's going to be GBL. Shiny Arceus and Hisui Tour. True, they could do that after the Alola Tour. That still doesn't detract from my ramblings of nonsense before about if we get Type Null as Masterwork. Could be Poipole. There's a lot of things they haven't released, isn't there? For Alola, that's kind of crazy. Poipole is a great shiny. Oh, but we only get one Profi. Why is there not Pokemon Go and Pokemon Og? Like the alternate version, and I can play both and get two, so I can have a shiny of each. Because I know I'm going to get a reverse Hundo Poipole. That is 100% just my luck. And then they'll be like, the next month, they'll be like, here, buy the deluxe Go Pass and get a bottle cap. Yeah, that's true. There's also a lot of cool ways that they can implement some of these spawns as well. I don't know if we'll ever get Z moves specifically. It's going to be a hard one to know how to implement that outside of specific like GBL leagues. But I think we will get Ultra Necrozma. Yes, I'm claiming it. Hey, if it's the best one, even if it's not the best one, I think they've got a lot of material to just make it good. I'm still excited for it. But there's so much I want. As a Pokemon fan, I want it all. And then when I have it, it's not enough. As you can see, I've got like 300 shiny Charmanders, and I'm still hunting one. It's never enough. Because this one's from Gen 3, and I don't have one from Gen 3. Trying to do something here. Can I make that bigger? Oh, this is the same page I was on. Hold on, I'm getting there. What about this one? It's the same page. Why do all these links go to the same page? I'm in Google hell. Sure. No, I don't want to open someone's Instagram. I don't trust people on Instagram. Why can't I make this bigger? That'll do. Oh. Control Z. Why can't I? Why is it not letting me adjust the size? I want to make that bigger. Oh, I can only do it with the sides. Okay, righto. Look at this thing. Oh, it's beautiful. I just want to have that there because I love this shiny so much. No. I'm going to have a shrine to Shiny Poipole and Naganadel, and I'm going to pray to it every day. To the shiny gods to grant me Shiny Poipole and the Alolator. Because I think maybe that's why some of the shinies after Gen 7 sort of fell off a little bit. Because how do you've already hit peak. Shiny Charizard is my favourite shiny, and I think that this shiny's better. You're right, Profi. Remember, everyone, do your 2 daily photobombs. In fact, do them now. Do 1, catch the Pikachu, and then do the next one, and then it's done for the day. You don't need to think about it. If you forget again, it's all good because you've done it. This is also going to be the last Charmander check of the night. Does Naganadel bring us the luck? 3, 2, 1. Nope. There we go, 2,500. I'm pretty happy with that. It's been a cool stream. Talking about all sorts of nonsense. Showing off cards, talking about shinies, Pokemon Go events, Fierce Pokeballs' botany. I'm going to go live tomorrow, probably in the morning around maybe like 10 AM my time, around about the same time that I went live for GoFest, maybe slightly later for that. And I will be back in Pokemon Violet hunting these outbreaks. I will be getting Basculin this time. And that is why I'm starting stream earlier in the day. So that if I become a tired boy, I can make a coffee. And not be forced to go to bed. But I appreciate you all coming and hanging out. It's been fun. Hopefully I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good rest of your night, everyone. Or day. You know what? I will see you tomorrow. Be there or be square. That's a rectangle, but close enough. Wow. Bye.